Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos, man, 18205. The number after the names. Marcos and Friends in an interesting edition of Marcos and Friends, because it's kind of my friends, it's kind of not my friends. You know, it's just an interesting game right here to throw up over here. And check it out. Because you know, it's not really my friends playing. I mean, I guess I could play as multiplayer. I guess if I want. I haven't heard too many good things about the multiplayer in this, but either way, I guess I could, if I wanted to, I could play this multiplayer with my friends or whatnot. But I'm playing XCOM, the original XCOM over here. I'm playing it on. Well, I take that back. XCOM Enemy Unknown, which I believe is the expansion. And this is honestly one of the harder missions I faced so far. And you know, sequels came out right now. Unfortunately, it's PC only, and hopefully, really hoping that they put it on consoles, man, because I would love to play. XCOM is the first game I ever bought because of a Let's Play. So I've been watching Let's Plays on XCOM from various people, but like I watched like the Pro Jared thing he did and whatnot. Even some of the stuff, like Screw Attack, those up over there with the XCOM. And I think I actually posted the videos past Friday on it. And overall, just anytime I see XCOM, I just look at it, I'm like, man, like I really like this, and this is a genre that I haven't played a lot of. Unfortunately, it's not really a console genre, right? This whole strategy, it's not real-time action. It's, you know, strategy. This is a word I'm looking for over here, but turn-based strategy games. Probably I'm trying to honestly think the first one I ever played. It's kind of, you know, Final Fantasy Tactics is definitely up there as one of the first ones I ever played. I will tell you this: the first one I fell in love with was Fire Emblem on the original Game Boy, and I love that game. I still to this day play that game on a like I played that game like last year at some point. Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance was just whoa, and it was very limited in what it could do. Right, there was a limited rule set, and you kind of had to play by that. And it was a lot of sticks and stones. You know, swords better than axes, axes better than lances, lances better than swords, right? And you know, same thing with the mages and whatnot. So it's not the most, you know, crazy thing to memorize. It's kind of like Pokemon when it first started. You know, it was $1.50 and, you know, pretty simple. And now you're up to like 700. You're like, listen, man, is that a pair of keys? Like, that's not even a Pokemon, dog. It's just keys. So yeah, things kind of evolved after that. And I can't even imagine playing one of the Fire Emblem games right now where you like have kids and stuff in them. And I'm like, yo, that's wild. But Fire Emblem was a series that really captivated me. I didn't play Sacred Stones until recently, and unfortunately the battery pack on it, on the copy that I have, doesn't save. So I'm gonna play it on the Retron and just save it on that, so I'll be able to get through Sacred Stones. But I never got through Sacred Stones. The Sacred Stones kind of had the ability to go to towns and whatnot, so that kind of brings it up over there. And I played the GameCube one, which I love, which to me was like the perfect like expansion off the Game Boy Advance thing. Definitely wasn't as hard, and you just had the ridiculous amount of like party size and abilities and whatnot over there. Uh-oh, phone call, gonna have to postpone you. So the GameCube one was kind of that. And I never managed to play Path of Radiance, which I gotta get my hands on. I didn't have a Wii when it came out, and afterwards when I was able to get it was actually kind of expensive to buy. So I was like, I'm gonna pass. And I saw it recently for like 17 bucks, and I was like, man, that's a really good deal, because I remember buying it for like 60 something. Like I seen it for 60 something, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy it for that. But I saw it then for 17. I was like, man, I should have got it. And I should have got it, and I will get it because I'm very excited to play Path of Radiance. It's up there on the hit list of games that I gotta just cop and play, man. So that's kind of my strategy game background. I'm probably missing a couple out of there, honestly. I haven't played. You know, Ogre Battle, for example. I dabbled in that on the N64. I don't think I ever played the Game Boy Advance one. I always wanted to do that, and I always wanted to play Onimusha Tactics. This is another one that I wanted to play over there. But Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, I'll play the crap out of that. Like, ridiculous, and beat it a couple times, and you know, that's a really long game or not. And then just in real-time strategy, there's just been a ton that I tapped on. I'm a huge Command & Conquer fan. Huge Command & Conquer. Like really big time Command & Conquer. But all these games, except for Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's still very much alive. Not a big Advance Wars guy, though. Never really got it. I played it. I had a copy of it, actually. I played it, and not really a big Advance Wars guy. I don't know. Never really clicked. And it's good. It's a good game, too. But I don't know. I never really clicked the style and everything. Just never really clicked with it. But RTSs, Command & Conquer, huge. Command & Conquer, love the Red Alert series. Love the Red Alert. Cha-ching! Booyah! Those kind of sound effects, original. Those things are just beautiful. I actually have a copy of the N64 version. That was how I first got into it. I never had a PC growing up that was strong enough to support games. so I didn't get an opportunity to play. But yeah, I played some DOS game like Joe Goes on the Ground, stuff like that, or the Mice and Men or whatever the hell the thing was called, the Mice and Men or whatever. I played that, but you know, Tetris or Comms or whatever the hell it was. But I never really had one that was able to support Command & Conquer until later on in my life. So my first exposure to Command & Conquer was actually the N64, and it's a pretty decent port, you know, and it's all right, you know. It's not, whoa, sorry, bumped in my microphone there. It's all right. It's not great, you know. It's just limited as to what you could do, right? With a joystick, it's just not a mouse. But it does what it does, and it does it really well. I do what I do, and I do it good. Or I do it well. Whatever the phrase was. I think T.O. said that. I do what I do, and I do it well. That was a throwback, man. That was back my freshman year in college. He do what he do, and he do it well. Something along those lines. Then eventually I think I got like Red Alert or the Tiberium War. I got that separate, and then eventually ended up getting the, I don't know if it was just the Generals Pack, whatever the game. Now they sell like all the Command & Conquer. You get it for like 10-20 bucks. All there. And I played through all those, and amazing. StarCraft, big fan of that as well. Enjoyed it, but never got as much into it as I did Command & Conquer. And I'm trying to think of any other real-time game. You know, I never really played Halo Wars. I'm kind of excited. I always heard it was a pretty good one, especially for console. Never really got into it there. Played Age of Empires, you know, dabbled in that kind of stuff. Never, I don't know if I ever beat it. Played Roller Coaster Tycoon, which doesn't even count this genre, but whatever. Just gonna throw it in there as a game that I like. And actually, I think I have Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and I've never really given it too much of a chance. But I should get on that, man. I should start making some balloon sales, roller coasters, and see what happens over there. Also got to throw in there, Baldur's Gate is kind of a mixmash between the two, right? And it kind of falls in its own part because you can kind of stop it and plan moves. So I think Baldur's Gate is kind of a liaison between those two, and a very interesting game as well. But it's amazing. Baldur's Gate 2 is just, wow, it's a really good game. Anyway, now that we're halfway through the video, we talked about XCOM. So I hadn't really played a real-time strategy game in a really long time. And I've been watching these people play XCOM and just seeing like the difficulty of it and just how crazy it was. Now I'm actually not doing Iron Man mode where like, well, I am doing it. I am doing Iron Man. No, I think about it. I am doing Iron Man mode. Oh, well, I think Iron Man is. I'm not sure. Here's what I'm doing. I'm playing it where the point where I can save at any point that I want. Because in all fairness, I just kind of have to save sometimes to leave. Where I can save at any point I want, load up the file. You know, it doesn't like auto save or whatever. I'm doing it that way. But if someone dies, they die. I don't bring them back. I don't even know if you can bring them back. I guess you can, but I don't know if that's what the Iron Man setting is. I don't know. But if you die, you die. That's just how it rolls. I think like my first game, one of my first games, everybody wiped out. And I did load like the saves. I was like, I messed up. Like I just like misunderstood a couple things, and I was like, give me another retake right there. So you know, if you don't like that, sorry. Because people that play XCOM are like hardcore, man. Like these cats, like yo, you don't mess around with cats that play XCOM something. Like they legit. And my XCOM knowledge base is so limited comparatively. I still don't know what 90% of these things are. When I'm researching stuff, and let me give you, for anyone who hasn't seen or played XCOM, I gotta give you a little bit of a backstory to what goes on here. Because there's research, man. There's so many factors. Calling it a real-time strategy game is kind of limiting it. So there's the actual battle itself, right? Like there's the game itself where there's different objectives for each map or whatever. But in the end, 9 times out of 10, you're killing the aliens, or killing the aliens is kind of the main objective. In this case, this is like an XCOM mission, and they're not even aliens. They're like a terrorist group that I think is just trying to sabotage my efforts. Not 100% sure. Storyline's kind of a little quirky in the game, and it's definitely not the strongest suit. Also, I want to point out, notice my name. This is actually Kobe Bean Bryant right there. Yeah, I decided since he retired this year, I'm throwing him in the game. You know what I'm saying? And who's in here as well? I'm in there. I don't know if I'm actually in this mission, but I'm in there as well. Tina's in the well. Fabio actually unfortunately passed away. R.I.P. God bless the dead. There's a couple other cats. If you see your name over there, enjoy. Actually, gotta make a couple people that I think about it. I got a couple people, and then there's some like celebrities I throw in. Like Beyonce's one of the characters too. You know, she's a babe though. You know, she look good. But anyway. So there's this whole thing, which is a lot of rolling the dice, right? We're trying to flank around. We're trying to get our best position to get the best accuracy that we can and use our turn to the best ability to either protect the objective or get to the objective in case if it's like getting a bomb or something, or escorting somebody, or just to kill the enemy. You know, you're kind of weighing all your options. You know, hey, I can get this guy 60. I can move here. There's full cover. There's half cover. There's you know, abilities that each character has as you level them up and as you get them stronger and they rank up. They get different stuff. For example, this guy's got hollow targeting, which in this case makes, if anybody else were to shoot at that guy, which in this case he's dead, but if you were alive, anybody else were to shoot that, they get a temp bonus to the aim. There is so much going on. It honestly, it's almost overwhelming. And I've been playing it kind of consistently every week now for like 2 or 3 weeks. And it's still difficult, like if you step like away from it for like 3 or 4 days, to remember just things and how much is going on. So there's so much going on over there. To me, a little bit too much. I'd almost prefer to tone it down. Thankfully, you don't really need everything 100%. You don't really need it. People just don't know how to wait their time. You don't really need everything to be like 100% to like knowledge of like, yo, like I got to like remember how to do this and everything. At least not yet. Maybe like the future when I run is just like crazy aliens that like kill you with 1 shot, 1 kill. Then maybe you're gonna want to remember it. But it is helpful to remember some things like, you know, your LMG guys when they rank up, they could get rockets, but you could only use the rocket if you don't move that turn or something like that. Like that kind of stuff is pivotal, because I remember I had a mission once where I walked into Muton. Muton's basically just this big enemy, whatever. And I put myself in his line of sight because I was like, that's alright though, this thing does at least like 6 damage. I'm gonna pop him, I'm gonna wreck him. And then I stood there and I was like, oh shit, I can't use it, I moved. Help! And I literally got a call on the whole crew over there. I'll tell you what, pro tip to it, get that advanced training facility and get yourself 6 characters. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want to have that, honestly. You start off with a base of 4 that you could bring into every mission, and then you could upgrade to 5 or 6, and there's even some more upgrades that you could do over there. So you have kind of a base of operations, a hub world, where you do some resource management, right? So you actually, by killing these guys, or even you could capture some of them, you could interrogate them. There are some like main objectives and like missions and stuff. Right now, for example, I'm stuck on one, and I just haven't had a UFO crash yet. Where I have to capture this guy who comes in, or this alien who's like a UFO. Like when they crash or whatever, you got to capture him and whatnot. And mind you, I put up a really good mission where I do good here. By the way, I didn't put up a crappy mission. So there's a lot of different mission variety. You can pick missions to do. You're kind of working for like the countries across the world, and there's panic meters, so you kind of have to decide who you want to help out at what time. So for example, there's panic. You know, panic kind of goes in stages 1 through 5. So let's say there's 4 panic in China, 3 panic in Russia, and 2 in Mexico, and the missions are between those. You kind of probably want to go to China, right? Because you want to reduce the panic there. But knowing that they'll bump up the panic in the other areas, it is literally just you're balancing everything. And I've been playing it. I'm probably like 20 hours deep in my playthrough. And I was talking about it the other day with my girl, and I was like, I'm not even sure if I'm doing well. Like, I might be doing really good. I might be doing bad. I don't know. I got a good amount of people live. Got a good amount of people promoted. I got a lot of like equipment and stuff. Like a lot of like just alloys and lyrium and random ass stuff that I don't know fully what it does yet. I got a lot of that. I moved pretty quickly through my first couple of objectives in the in the game, but I've been waiting for this UFO guy to come in, and I just haven't been able to take down a UFO or even seen a UFO honestly coming through. So I'm doing well in that, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying the right thing. I don't know if I'm setting up the right things. It's kind of ominous in that sense. And I could go and look through a guide, and I might at some point maybe look through a guide just to kind of see how I'm doing. But I kind of am enjoying this whole being lost and immersed in the world of XCOM, you know. I know that there's so much more I don't know yet. I try to read as much as I can on it in terms of the game, but I'm really not trying to get myself too many influences from the outside world on this. Now, if you got any tips or anything, I'm always willing to hear that. Make sure you hit me up with that. But I'm not trying to like go through like a guide or a walkthrough or a how-to kind of play it. And it's a lot of things are random, so you kind of can't do that with XCOM, which I've thoroughly enjoyed, man. Your boy Marcos. We out, a successful mission.